Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading, April 2nd, 2024, doing our daily chart review, then the 2000 tick chart and the trades for today. 2 trades on the day, we'll be going over that as always. So let's get right into it. For the daily chart of the ES, yesterday's bar was an outside bar closing right a little bit on its low, but basically at our green line there and at the midline for this trading range channel here. You also have basically a 2B pattern that's set up here. So with your swing high, this bar actually took it out, so you could have gone one tick below would have been your entry or stop up here, and you can trail it accordingly however you want. But that 2B setup happened, which was cool to see with a nice signal bar. Came back down here, basically went to 52.50, touched the 21 EMA, went a little bit below it. But as it has in the past multiple times, I'm pretty sure this thing is just going to turn around. So I think this has got the sell-off here back into our trading range, and then make our way back up and make new all-time highs. That's kind of what it's looking like for today, or I should say within this week. We'll see what it does. We'll see how it goes. And we'll see if it breaks below the 21 EMA and then maybe come down to somewhere around the lows near here at 51.79, basically somewhere right there. But I'm still pretty bullish on this, so that's just how it'll be. Until then, let's jump over the 2000 tick chart. Okay, over here at the 2000 tick chart of the ES, now we're going to go over our trade setups for today. As you can see, very big sell-off pre-market, trading range for most of the day, slight rally up. Almost got to 52.65, but basically hit 52.62, which is fine. And other than that, we'll get into it. So yeah, pre-market sell-off. If you were trading around here, I didn't mark really anything up. I think this is just too early. Price moves very slow. But if you trade during that time, then so be it. Something really cool here. Basically right a little bit after market open here, you had just textbook second entry short right off the key entry point of the EMA, looking for a test down for a new leg. I mean, it doesn't get any more picture perfect than this, and yeah, you would have been done for today. So let's go over it. First entry short pulls back, second entry short. I mean, this is I think 4 or 5 tick bar here, and right off the EMA, just beautiful. Then you get a small little bear trend down, and then you're looking for a break, which you get here, to a new low. And then market just kind of starts chopping, makes some new lows of the day, rallies up. Really nowhere in here that I see to get in. Yeah, unfortunately I just don't see anything to get in here. I think this is all too congested, too risky, if anything, especially with the bearish day it is. You get this, uptrend here. I think there's a few ways to draw this trend channel, but I basically just marked it up like this. Then we had a nice sell-off, break, new low of day, all the way down. You do get a first entry, pulls back, second entry long, and you do get this little higher low here, but it's a doji bar, so I had to pass up on that one. I just didn't like it. I wish there was a better signal bar. Then there's an argument to be made here with this one right here for a 1, 2, 3 triple test. Again, it's just such a bearish thing. You don't know that it's going to just rally right back up, and you're basically scalping into the EMA. So again, fortunately, just don't like that trade. Nonetheless, you could still mark it as support, if anything, which is fine. And then this is where my first trade comes in for today. I see this uptrend finally go up, break, new high. And this was really caught my eye here. So these pink bars are outside bars. So counting from our high here, first entry long, pulls back, second entry long. And when I saw the 2 pink bars close, I saw bulls try to go up once, twice, fail. And then I did a deep limit order right here. And what's important to note with doing this is a pretty advanced setup is you have to put your swing above the most recent swing high. And that's what I did. So basically what I was looking for is all the bulls to be trapped here. But then this bar closed as a higher low, and then I started just followed the plan, put my stop where it needed to be. So it was actually initial 12 ticks initially, and then I held through for this, and then I was going to trail it as soon as I saw a red bar, and then one tick above right here would have been the 8 ticks, and then my next bar down as it sold off immediately to trap all of these traders here right back into this trading range, and I got my 10 ticks on that one actually. So that's how I saw it. First entry long, second entry long, failure. Stop above here. This is a very advanced setup. I really wouldn't worry about this at the moment. I just focus on the second entries and other stuff that I talk about. But I'm going over what I did today. And then also I had a first entry pulls back up. Second entry short. This is technically your signal bar. I'm not sure if this broke higher or lower actually, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there's a second entry there as well. So the context of this entire trading range: break new high, tries once, twice, fails, traps, sells off, traps again, and then just bounces between this trading range. So after that trade, I saw got my 10 ticks, and then we get a first entry pulls back, second entry short. I did see this. What? Yeah, I did see this. But after this, I was like, I'm not really sure. I thought this was like 1, 2 when I was waiting for like a lower high or something to really confirm the second entry triple test. But looking back at it, I still think this is actually a pretty decent setup because you have your uptrend, break, new high as well. So I actually like this trade, and I'll reflect on that later. Okay, so then it sells off here. You get a first entry, pulls back. Oh, I'm sorry. You get a first entry, pulls back, second entry long, fails. You get a high 3, so basically a 1, 2, 3, and you think this is going to sell off, but it doesn't. And sure enough, starts rallying up. You get your move up, get a break, new high, you get a double top, sells off, and then we had a news item here, so this is where I marked it. This was just complete noise. Got to stay flat during that time, about 5 minutes prior, and then 10 to 5 minutes after as well. You do get this nice little uptrend here, depending on how you draw it. Unfortunately, there's nowhere I see to get in here. You have a nice signal bar right here, but there's no real resistance. And drawing these trend channels today was a little difficult with the trading range. And you were like, well, are these the lows? Is this the low? Depending on how you drew it. So it's a little inconsistent with the resistance. So that's why you had to be careful. But nonetheless, you get a break, new low. And then I saw this, which was after the fact, after I took my break and I came back. And I basically took my break right after the news event. And then you get this uptrend. You get a first entry, pulls back, second entry short, and it fails. And you get a nice signal bar right here. But also, if you look, you have a first entry long, pulls back, a second entry long, and basically a 1, 2. So you have a double bottom. A lot of good context going on here. It is congested, but if you're reading this correctly, then you would have been on the right side of this, and you have plenty of room up, at least to the swing highs here. And you're expecting a new high with this trend channel break, new high as well. So a lot of good thing going on there. I just marked it as aggressive. Then you get a nice triple test. So now you have a 1, 2, 3. This is only like 4 or 5 tick bar. Great trade right there. Just, take that any day. Those small ones I talk about. Plenty of room back to the EMA. You might only have to go for 6 ticks here. Sometimes you can't get the 8 ticks. Especially with things like this, they sell off pretty quick. But nonetheless, nice triple test right there. And then I saw this nice upward trend channel clearly going higher. And I actually hesitated with this trade, unfortunately. I walked away for just a split second. This bar formed, and this bar was already printing. And yeah, unfortunately. Anyways, you got a first entry, pulls back, second entry long, great signal bar, right off the key entry point. And you have support here. And you're expecting a nice move back, at least up, with this trend channel. So, great second entry long there. Then I see this happen for my, second trade of the day. I see this high. I see a first entry, pulls back, second entry long. And I don't take the second entry long because it's too far away from the EMA. And I'm still expecting moves to make it higher here. And I was looking for like a higher low or something. And then I see sells off, comes down, and then it goes right back up. And I see this really nice bar here. And basically all the short traders stops one tick above. I don't know why it does that. One tick above and looking for a push higher. And sure enough, as I see this bar close, I do a limit order right here, risking 8 ticks or 2 points. I think I could have also dropped it maybe at least 1 or 2 ticks even deeper to maybe be like right around here. Nonetheless, I still entered with a limit order and I got my 2 points there. So I saw a first entry, pulls back, second entry long, it fails, it traps all the bulls who did this textbook second entry but don't realize that it's near an EMA. And it's also, what I saw here, a little congested. You had multiple overlapping bars, so that's why I was looking for a higher low or some type of contextual formation or pattern or something to see what's happening here. And as I'm watching these bars print, that's when I see, oh, it just trapped all of the short traders here. One tick above, we're going to go higher, break a new high, get past this resistance. And as it does, get filled here on this 2 points, slams back down, right back to the EMA. And then it just chops into the close here. This was after 2 o'clock, but I did like the fact that this price action was good and that we were starting to trend very good into a bullish manner and close bullish as well, right above the EMA. So last 30 minutes of the day have just been really good price action. That's just how it is. So sometimes you just got to trade accordingly to where the price action is. Nonetheless, those are the 2 trades for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this chart review, and I'll be back for tomorrow.